point of view.
Before we begin, I want to say happy birthday to Jess Hilarious. She is 32 today.
Yes.
Fine, like
You
one.
did that.
She
You
looks
did
amazing.
that.
And congratulations on your pregnancy announcement. We love the babies. And then also congratulations, girl, on becoming the third co-host of The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
You deserve it.
Yes.
Sure does.
Amen. Okay, also in honor of Black History Month, we want to take the time to honor Mr. Michael Jordan himself
Yes.
for all of his contributions to the NBA and his collaboration with Nike and Jordan, because we've been wearing them for years.
Years.
Okay.
Yeah, Jordans are timeless for sure.
My dad looked like Jordan.
Really?
He do.
Oh, wow.
When I was in third grade, he took me to lunch. Well, he took me to lunch. He came to my elementary school for lunch, and why you scratching your head?
Because it was itching?
Oh, I thought you were going. So he brought me to lunch, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, is that Michael Jordan?" It was hilarious.
crying.
Yeah, it was funny because he's tall, dark, bald.
Tall, dark, and bald.
Well, speaking of Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, and his ex, LARSA PIPPEN, they recently called it quits after dating for a year. Now, for those of you who don't know, LARSA PIPPEN's ex-husband, Scottie Pippen, was a former teammate
That's messy.
of Michael Jordan. They used to play for the Chicago Bulls. Are we connecting the lines here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Connect the dots.
2 + 2 is 4,
Right.
-1.
Now, Michael never approved of Marcus's relationship with LARSA for obvious reasons, but this brings me to the question, can your parents or your family have an input when it comes to your relationships?
No,
No.
not mine.
Okay.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Because for one, my grandmother is in her 80s. She has a different view when it comes to relationships like I do. So that's already one. And two, I just think that a lot you can have issues within the relationship. You go telling people who, again, if I'm married and my mom's never been married.
Right.
Okay, that's one. Like, you can't give me advice, especially on something that you've never experienced.
Right.
Like, it's not like, oh, well, you should just leave him. It's just like, girl, like, we've been together for the longest.
Right.
Also, if you've been in a long distance, it just depends on the relationship. No, I don't have my family be involved. I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, yeah, never again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, kind of resonate with that. Yeah, both of my parents, I probably wouldn't take advice from them. I mean, they ended up having 2 kids with each other, and they were not right for each other. So they are the last people I should be asking it for advice from, But it also depends, because you had mentioned like you can't give advice on a situation that you've never been in. I feel like sometimes when you're not a parent and you give like a parent like some advice, it really depends on the situation. Because
Right.
like, maybe I would have never been in a
marriage.
but I know what a healthy relationship looks like, so I can give advice on that. Or
Right.
like, people with kids who say, "Oh, you can't give advice because you don't have kids."
Right.
I know how to be a decent human being.
Right. Right.
So-
that's like single people giving advice to people who are in relationships. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I give all of my friends who are in relationships, I give them advice all the time. And I haven't been in a relationship in so long. So I'm able to, help them out in their situations when they're going through like arguments and things like that. So I agree to a certain extent because I've never been married. But I know what I would want my marriage to look like in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my parents, no, I wouldn't put them in my business to save my life.
Yeah. You're a
I'm not gonna lie. I'm on the opposite fence. Now, it's not making the decision for you. It's actually just listening to their opinion, right? But at the same time, no. Family cannot make or break a relationship, right? But it could make it unnecessarily hard. Marriage is hard. When things are ordained by God and you go before God and your family and say, this is who I want to be with, things are gonna start coming around. Like, it gets a lot harder in your marriage than like in a regular relationship. It is also extremely important to have married friends in relationships. Yes, you as a single person can give advice, but me personally, I wouldn't take advice on my marriage to someone who is single.
Really?
I wouldn't.
What if your counselor was single?
Right.
He's
if a marriage
not. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my partner, because it was getting to the point we're getting married.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about real stuff. We have a daughter, a baby. So like it's like our perspective on life is completely different, right? So certain things that we have gone through, it just hit a little different.
Right.
So we got to the point where like, okay, we need to go to premarital counseling, right? And when you go to counseling, you would not go to someone who is single. Why? Because you won't get matched with them. Right? I had certain standards that I'm looking for my counselor. My counselor is a Black man.
Yeah.
Right? Reason being is because my partner doesn't have a father figure to look at. So how can I expect him to be a husband to me and he has no example?
Right.
Right?
I got a question hypothetically. Hypothetically, what if your counselor appeared to be this like, you know, very poised man. He looked like he got his stuff together because he got a degree on his wall in his office and he's just giving you all the great advice. But he go home and he beat his wife.
Well, that's it. I mean,
but he presents to you. He presents to you a perfect man, and you don't see no wrong. You just see him as this perfect figure when you're in his office. But he goes home and he's a totally different person.
Well, that he's not giving the advice to go beat your wife. You know
Obviously,
yeah. So
but
like,
I
wouldn't know that. So that really happened.
No, it's hypothetical.
No,
it's hypothetical.
Completely, I understand. But our counselor literally tells us like he wasn't perfect. The reason that he's a counselor for married, actually specializing in young couples, because that's what me and my fiance are. We're young couples, so it's hard, you know, and because we're still trying to find ourselves individually, but we've decided to do this together.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like, we got a lot going on. Like it's individual counseling, but we got to do it at the same time of y'all been together so long, so there are things that has to be fixed before that we go into premarital counseling. So it's stages and steps to it. But with the hypothetical, he's not perfect.
We can go deeper into that. For sure, deeper into that another time. But the topic, a little like, let's talk about Michael Jordan and his son.
Yeah.
You know,
Marcus.
So LARSA was dating Scottie Pippen, right? Or was married to Scottie Pippen. Yeah. And Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were teammates for the Chicago Bulls, you know? So LARSA was probably babysitting Marcus.
She was.
Yeah. And now they're together. And Michael Jordan was,
He
well,
fell
no,
in
they're not
love with the
together anymore.
babysitter.
Yeah. He fell in love
You know,
with the
3
babysitter.
months ago, he asked his father to be his best man, and Michael Jordan declined.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't blame
He
him.
said
I mean,
no.
that's
They were also like low-key rivals too.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Pippen and Jordan were like rivals because didn't Pippen come out with a book or something and was exploiting Michael Jordan or something? I forgot the name of the book, but he came out with a book after that. What was it? A docu-series or something came out on ESPN. I can't think of the name right now. Oh, The Last Dance. Woo, The Last Dance had came out, and it was about Jordan, but I guess Pippen didn't like the way the Chicago Bulls was portrayed. It was like they put Jordan up on this pedestal, and then the rest of the Chicago Bulls were just like his like little minions. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody came secondary. So he was kind of upset about that. But what it kind of gives to me, it gives you was jealous.
Oh.
You was jealous,
Michael
and
Jordan?
you just no. Why would Jordan
Scottie?
be jealous? Jordan got the part.
A lot of people did say
Pippen was jealous.
LARSA was like an opportunist. Do you think she hopped on?
Absolutely.
She could have hopped
I
on
kind of
anybody
feel like
else.
LARSA's opportunist too. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely. Come on.
She's
come on,
securing
come
her
on.
future.
Come
for
on.
sure.
Scottie Pippen is done.
You
It's
are
over. It's
in
been
the-
done.
She's in the
now
league
Marcus
already.
is in the
I don't understand that.
limelight.
She's what?
I mean, she was already around all these wives and girlfriends of
Yeah.
all these, like, anybody but.
But
You could have picked anybody. There's like, I'm sure she knew wives from 16 different teams. You could have went after somebody else. That is messy.
What?
Marcus.
Devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
What's the problem? Because she didn't go after somebody else's
It's
husband.
She went after her arch
went after
nemesis son.
Child.
Her,
yeah,
son, her husband's arch
She used to
nemesis.
change his pampers. She already knew what was going on.
I don't know
She
about
knew
all
what
that.
was
I'm just
working out.
saying. It's
No,
just,
it's
it's
a
like you could have went to
16 years.
anybody. You knew your husband did not like this man and said, you know what?
do you think it was a revenge relationship?
Yes.
That's
That's why it didn't last over a
She
year.
was having fun. Let that girl
You can't have
live.
fun with nobody else.
She was
Stella
having
got her
fun.
groove back.
He is a
That's too close.
He is
got her
a
groove
grown man. He is not 18.
That is too
like
close.
like
Like, like Drea and what's that boy's
exactly.
name?
Boom. There you go.
But do you think, okay,
He was
somebody,
He was
yeah.
21.
okay,
This
so
is a grown man.
So question.
Answer.
Malia is now 25 years old.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And
me
this
sit back
little
on this
boy that was friends with her, they used to just hang out and everything. He grown too. And
The
he looking at
babysitter.
you.
The babysitter.
Wait, what?
We talking about her babysitter?
No, not a babysitter, just
Oh,
a friend.
Okay.
Close to your daughter like this. You gonna be messing with him? Or you gonna find somebody else?
Oh yeah.
it's
think
too
of it like
close.
that.
Anybody. Anybody.
Okay.
Don't choke. Don't choke.
Anybody.
Don't choke. But that's me though. But I'm not gonna
But that's
blame
what,
her
but that's
for
what
that.
I'm saying. Like
that
you
ain't
could
my
go to
cup of
any,
tea.
like just because he just happened to be coming to the house, you're just like, you know what? I got time. He coming anyway. Like no,
That ain't my cup of tea. But I'm not.
that's
gonna
the only
blame
issue
her
I
for
have
that.
with it. I'm like, it's just
That
too close.
ain't my cup of tea.
It's too close. It's messy.
But do
I ain't got
how
time.
you do, boo.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm
Do
saying?
what you do, boo.
Do how you do. I ain't my cup of tea.
No.
But if somebody else want to sip on it,
no.
do how you
I'm only
do.
mad at LARSA
Well-
because there was like a situation there, like an
Yeah.
ugly situation between Jordan and Pippen.
Imagine if
Well,
they did get married. Them family.
Nonetheless, they have broken up. So, Michael, you ain't got nothing
You ain't
to
gotta worry about it,
no more.
okay?
You had her time. The whole love square is gone.
Okay,
It's broke.
it's
Okay.
messy.
Well, we have to take a short break, but do you need to be in a specific tax bracket to date? Ooh. Find out when we get back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching POV.
Where you going? Don't go nowhere.
You should have grabbed them chips before the show started.
And where do you think you're going? We have more piping hot tea. But this isn't hot tea, though. This is just water.
Hold on, baby. We only got 10 seconds left. 9,
8, 7,
6, 5,
4, 3.
2.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Thank you guys. Well, you guys, I'm so excited for this conversation. Okay, I just want to get into it. So juicy. All right, so scenario: you're dating someone and you find out their income is a little less than you thought. Is that enough to call it quits? Who knows? Well, this video has gone viral from Poor Minds podcast. This woman went on and said, if you make $50,000 or less, you should probably exit the dating pool immediately. You guys check out this clip.
If you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you. When
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm going to tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts because eventually you're going to want to run because she doesn't stretch you. She doesn't make you the man that you need to become.
Okay, so does income play a major factor or a minor factor, whatever? Does income even play a role in whether or not you should pursue someone?
Ooh, the stuff like this make me so mad because it's like women be having these high standards and that's why you're single. Like, let's be so for real. You're so worried on materialistic stuff that you miss that this is a whole person. How much you making? And what if you're not enough for him? You know, like, I just hate when women like, oh, he need to have this, he need to do this. You need to look in the mirror. What, like, are you doing what you're expecting other people to be doing at whatever age he's at? What if he's making $50K, but he don't got no expenses?
Okay.
You know I'm about to cut you off. You know I'm about to cut you off.
Go ahead, go
You know I'm
ahead.
about to cut you off.
ahead.
Because we literally just had this conversation the other night and y'all was here, okay? We just had this conversation when we talked about bringing a table to a table. We just had this conversation about you having your own and me having my own while we're dating. Okay, yeah, y'all sit back because I'm gonna say it again. 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 Me, and I'm gonna speak for me only. Me as a single woman. When somebody asks me what I'm bringing to the table, I am literally bringing a table, and I'm gonna reiterate the same thing again. Y'all gonna hear it again. I'm bringing a table, my own empire that I've already built, to your empire so that we can combine them together and make them a big table for our whole family to eat from.
But that's not how empires work. It's a system. You cannot add two empires
Why
together.
not?
That's how that stuff clash.
No. Having one and that one breaks and you have nothing. That is a problem.
You rebuild from the start together as a
Ooh,
partner.
girl, you done lost your
Bing,
mind.
bing,
Nah, that's
bing,
right.
bing. It's
You
like
done
bing
lost
on
your
the bing,
mind.
bing.
I don't want to be a hardworking woman forever, Janaya.
Oh, that's you, baby.
I don't want to do that.
Somebody
I don't
pick
wanna
me.
do
Go
that
ahead.
forever.
Pick me. Okay.
I
Tag
don't wanna
me
do
in,
that
friend. Tag me.
forever.
Okay. I don't have an issue with it. Let me just say this. Speaking from experience,
An issue with
podcast?
dating. Yeah,
Like
with what she's saying.
Okay.
I feel like, because I was a woman that used to make $50K. And granted, it's different for women because we are on the receiving end, but I was dating a man who made 6 figures and he taught me a lot and brought my income up. And I'm like, you know what, as long as you have a partner that's willing to do that, like I can't date a man who's making $50K and he just like, boom, like that, I'm okay doing just that, nothing else, I don't wanna do more. I really want an ambitious partner. So whether you making $50K this year and the next year you could be making $95K.
Right.
You know, it's all about the drive. If you stagnant, then it ain't even about the money because you could be making $100K, but if you ain't do nothing, you could drop down to $50K easy, no problem.
Yeah.
Like anything can happen. And
But then
can
just
tell that.
because you're making that money, so you can have somebody that's making $1 million, right? But does that mean that they're spending that money on you?
not
it doesn't mean
necessarily,
that.
but it's there. Like it's not like, oh, we can't do something because
Well, no, because you could have $1 million and be like $2 million in debt, and you really net 1 million, like negative 1 million. Well, my opinion on it is like, you know, I think it just, like you had said, it really kind of depends on your expenses. Is it $50K before or after taxes? Because that makes a major difference. It really, really
and
does.
expenses.
Yeah, if it's
Expenses is
$50K
high.
after taxes, then maybe, you know, because I mean it also depends on where you live. Like in Florida, it'd probably be a little tight, you know, because the average 1 bedroom is like $2K, you know, and I think $50K divided by 12, what is that, like 4,000 and some change? Y'all,
I was about to say, you do all the
4,000
math,
and some change,
friend.
so like you're left over with like 2K. I don't know. It really just depends, and it also depends on who you're pursuing. You know, don't go pursuing like a woman who has like super high standards, or I'm
And
not
she
gonna
said
say
that.
high standards because like
Right.
standards, that's like, you know, subjective. But someone who like likes
High
to live
maintenance.
a high maintenance woman, someone who
Yeah.
likes to live the lavish lifestyle, who
Yeah.
wants to go on vacation, who wants to be in Dubai on a thong and on a yacht, like, you know. Don't date somebody like that, you know, but also don't be mad when there is a woman like this woman who says, this is my standard. I don't want to date someone who's making less than 50K because she knows what
she
she
wants.
needs.
Yeah.
And she knows somebody who's making 50K and less wouldn't be able to provide that for her.
So when you gonna find that out?
What do you mean?
When does she find that out?
At some
Is
point,
she gonna be like,
you
"Let me
have
see your bank
to.
statement"?
No. At some point, you have to find it out because honestly, at the end of the day, there's a certain point, and when you're dating anyone, you do need to ask about finances because, child, I ain't picking up your debt. I'm not picking up your debt. I don't want to like have that baggage with you. Like I don't want that. I feel like, you know, that should be separate.
If you have debt, why are you dating?
Yeah, I feel like if you're honestly in the hole, you probably shouldn't be
like
dating.
in the hole a lot.
Yeah,
like I'm
by
talking about
lot.
a couple bands. Like
yeah,
20K
like you can't eat.
in debt is like hello.
Yeah, but like I mean, realistically speaking, like something like, you know, 50K. I don't know. I just feel like that should be a conversation at some point when you're dating, especially when you're about to get serious, because you also want to know somebody's spending habits. Like, would you get into a relationship with somebody who's so deep in debt? No, because it depends on the debt as well, you know, because if it's student loans and that's one thing, there's so many factors that like come into play.
There's a lot of debt.
But
like
I
the
also
car
don't
is
want to
debt.
be in a relationship with somebody who shows that they have poor financial, you know, management. You know, I don't want to teach someone that. I'm not I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, at all. I did date somebody who made multiple six figures, and I wasn't really making much money, and he taught me so much about business, and now, you know, I am where I am, and I thank him for that. So yeah, there is also something to be learned by dating someone that's, you know, in a different tax bracket.
Yeah, because I dated a Pizza Hut delivery driver before. Yeah, moment of silence. Yeah, yeah. That was years ago, but yeah, it's still like, and they thought that lifestyle was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they live with their mom. I didn't know that they live with their mom at first, but they live with their mom, and like they were part time at
Did
that.
they have
y'all.
everything
It wasn't
that
even,
you wanted?
No.
No?
They didn't. They didn't.
What
they
if they
didn't.
had everything that you wanted and they were a Pizza Hut delivery person that went in their mom's basement?
And I'm on
Are
a
you
talk
talking
show. Are you
financial?
kidding?
Like financials?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Oh, child.
Are you? Are
What
you?
if he was
You look at me and you see Pizza Hut
6'5"
delivery
guy?
driver. You look at me and you see that.
I don't.
What?
I mean, it depends. You never know.
What does it depend on? Do you see me?
He could be like, I don't know, like a
What?
content creator, and he's doing that to be funny.
No. It was literally it was literally part time, you guys. Like I'm talking about maybe like go to work for maybe like 3 hours, take like
Yeah.
4
How
deliveries.
long y'all was dating?
Okay.
This was my ex, y'all. Okay, we was together 3.5 years. I had put my mom. Since you
Okay,
want to know my
well, see then-
business, let me say it.
Close the
we
book
were
on
dating
that.
for we were dating for 3.5
Oh,
years.
you love that person.
I really did. It was not about money, and that's something about me though. That says a lot about me and my character. I was not with that person for the money. I was doing my own thing. I was making my own money like I always have, but I wasn't looking for that money out. Yes, I was. I wasn't looking for that person to take me out the hood. You know what I'm saying? I actually care for that person. That person that I dated was a trans man. So that I was put in a situation in that relationship where 3 months into the relationship, my partner wanted to transition. So I could not just up and leave my partner. I'm already in love.
Yeah.
I don't care if you turn into a donkey.
So how
I
long
do,
were they?
but
How
I don't.
long were they working at Pizza Hut?
Did they ever?
This
like,
was
grow
after
that?
this was after they started transitioning. Did they what?
Did they ever like grow outside? Like, were there
Right.
like any goals or ambitions, or did
There
they
was
just
there was a
wanna
lot
stay?
of goals, but when you first, and this is totally off topic, so I'm sorry y'all, but there are a lot of goals and aspirations that were there, but
They weren't being executed.
I don't know because I haven't been there in like almost
Okay.
10 years, so I don't know if they ever came to fruition.
No, I'm saying in
'cause I
the
was
3
never
years that
there.
what y'all were dating, was that their sole job, part time as
Yes, and
Okay.
and to smoke and
Oh
play
no!
video
Ooh,
games.
ooh, 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 no. So they were lazy.
Yeah. Oh, very
Oh,
lazy.
I
I was
can't.
working. I was doing everything.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, that's why I told Janaya. Janaya don't want to listen to me. I don't want to be hard working all my life.
I'm getting
I did that.
hyped, son.
I did that already. I did that. I was that already.
I hear
I'm ready to
you.
be put up. Put me up.
I hear you. I hear you. I feel like that's just an entrepreneur in me, though. I just feel like
I am an entrepreneur, but I'm an entrepreneur that wants to be
and I
put
ain't
up.
taking care of nobody.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I want to be put
think
up.
I'm good where I'm at. I
mean,
hear
and
y'all.
it works for you. You're
It
in
works
a-
great for me.
Right.
I am very happy with my relationship, and I totally understand what all of y'all perspective.
I get it.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Okay, friend.
I'm fine. What about you? What do you think?
I'm still stuck on her story.
know.
I ain't gonna hold you.
What?
What do I think about what, friend?
If somebody had like everything that you needed, everything that you
But they living at
wanted,
home?
but they're like living at home, and you know they're
There's a
not-
pro athlete still living at home with their mama.
okay.
There's one that just made the social media. He said his mama still washes laundry and he live at home.
Okay, no,
and
there's
he
a
a pro
difference between
athlete.
you live with your mom and your mom live with you.
He said he live at home with his mama.
Yeah.
So
He's single.
He's saving money.
money management. That's another thing. I mean, granted, like you can come to my crib. I love my grandma too. If I can go back home, the way these rent prices is rising, like grandma, take me back, please.
Oh my,
Please take me
Girl,
back.
don't lie.
It's ghetto out
Who?
here.
You know me, my grandma
ghetto.
locked in like this. I'll go back in a heartbeat. I'll go back in a heartbeat, man. Nah.
She tell you at 7 o'clock, get up and wash these dishes.
Not if I'm paying the bills. I can't wait to use that line. I pay the bills in here.
Oh my goodness.
I pay all them bills up in here. No.
You're not gonna slam my door.
It's 11 o'clock.
There
Where you been?
Yo, there's some
Well,
lines I can't
listen.
wait to
So when it
use.
comes
right?
to income and dating and whether or not you should be in the dating pool, it's all subjective. Date somebody within your means. Don't go seeking someone that's above or below, you know, whatever. Anyway, so we are running out of time, you guys. Catch us back here tomorrow, same time, same place here at Afro TV.